Hey guys, today I'm here with my boyfriend Jake. Some of you might know him, but he doesn't really like to be in front of the camera, so I forced him into doing this Q&A and he's actually being pretty good about it. So we asked you guys on Instagram, Snapchat, and I also asked on Facebook to ask us some questions just about like anything you want to know in general, so we're gonna go down the list and answer them. So I thought it would be appropriate to answer this question first. It's from Clara Benito and she said, how did you meet? It's kind of a long, funny story. I slid in his DMs on Twitter even though we went to high school together, so I knew who he was. I kind of explained it in like my boyfriend tag video. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. But yeah, basically I slid in his DMs about a certain situation, and from there we just never stopped talking because we had so much in common. Another question from MMH by, maybe like by, said, what was your first impression on each other? So I'll let you go first.
My first impression of you was that you thought a lot about things, and that's clearly still the case.
What about before you even met me? I thought you thought I was cute.
I did, yes. I don't really know. I don't remember the first time I had an impression of you because it was like
so long ago.
Yeah, it was so long ago.
Yeah, we like knew each other for the longest time, but never really knew each other, if you know what I mean. When I first actually started like to notice him, I definitely noticed first that he was so smart, and like his tweets were like so eloquent, and like he was just so charming.
Oh, thank you.
MZR99, oh my god, I can't read numbers. 798 said, who said I love you first?
I think I did, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he never like actually came out and said I love you, but he kind of like hinted at wanting to say it. So I was like, it's okay, you can say it. And he was like, okay, well, I think I love you. And I was like, I love you too.
It's very early.
Yeah, I don't even remember when it was. It was probably like after like 2 months, which is really early. But like we always talk about how like back then we didn't even know what like actually being in love meant, but it's not like we're not like in love now, you know what I mean? Deanna Rios, who I know, hey girl, said, if you had to describe your partner as a food, what would it be and why? It's hard to answer not just like something we like, but I would honestly describe him as like a bacon cheeseburger.
Why?
I don't know.
I don't know if I'm offended or honored.
You just give me like bacon cheeseburger vibes.
You would be a Reese's peanut butter cup because you're so sweet. If we're talking like real food, you would be a big bowl of gnocchis.
_ Katie Coleman _ said, what's your favorite quality about each other?
I would say you are very loyal, and not in like a corny like dude sort of way, but like I can always count on you to like have my back.
Aww. My favorite quality about you is that I hate to say it, but you make me laugh. I hate telling him he's funny. Like I will never admit that he's funny, but like I love that he like makes me laugh all the time. Libby Dirks asked, what was your first date? Our first official date was like at a local diner. Joss Cruz asked, do you wish she lived in the same city as you?
Yes.
Kind of related to that question, Food Sane with 3 E's asked, if you guys could move to a new city / place together, where would it be? And I don't think we could come to like one. We couldn't agree on an answer, which is tragic, but
I'd be fine with living in LA if my family were close, but they're not, so. Well,
yeah, I really like want to live in LA at some point in my life, and I'm not just saying that to be like a trendy YouTuber, but like I've always wanted to live there. Like I love the beach and I love hot weather all year round. Like I would die to have hot weather all year round. So like LA is like the perfect mixture of like city and beach and like hot weather, and it's just better over there. But both of our families all live on the East Coast, so who knows if that'll ever end up happening. Freda Rose asked, what is one thing you do that the other hates?
I hate that you complain a lot.
Okay, I saw that coming. I hate that he doesn't have emotions like most of the time. Falling for Healy said, what is Jake studying at Yale?
I was studying statistics and data science, but STEM is a trap, so I am studying history. Jake's brother
Izzy asked, why are you so awkward to Jake? Do you have an answer for that?
I don't have an answer because I'm too awkward to answer that question.
Okay. Sophia Hines asked, similarities and differences like between us. We have a lot more similarities, I would say. Like number one is that we're both introverted. We hate people. We hate leaving our house. we're quiet, we're shy. Like a thing that we really have in common is that everyone thinks we hate them. But our differences, he's definitely a lot less emotional than me, a lot less affectionate than me.
Yep.
He's a lot more logical instead. And not that I'm not logical, but I act on my emotions a lot more than he does. And I'm always thinking about the future and he's always thinking about the present, which is so annoying. Sinshi asked, how do you guys plan to continue to pursue your own personal goals while still growing your relationship, if that makes sense?
I think trying to keep a balance between the two is important, no matter how much one of us maybe slips away from that balance a little bit too much.
Yeah. Part of the struggle is that like we don't have like identical goals in life, so like a lot of it was like figuring out how to like compromise for the future. Like once we both achieve our goals, like how are we going to compromise to like both be happy at the same time, you know what I mean? But like there's somewhere in the middle where we like can meet and make it like ideal, like give and take for both of us, if that makes sense. Argan Kisses asked, how do you survive this long distance? How long have you been together? How old are you guys? And she asked about where we met, but I already told that story. Well, first let's answer the easy questions. We've been together for 32 months technically. Yes. Today. So in February it'll be 3 years.
You're 19 years old.
Yeah, we're both 19. I'm 2 months older than him, so I'm a little bit of a cougar. How do we survive this long distance? It's easier for him than it is for me,
yeah.
As I've been saying the whole time, because like boys don't have emotions, so like it is really hard for like me, because like I obviously want to be with him all the time, and like I'm sure he would want to be with me all the time too, but he's not thinking about it as constantly as I am. But definitely a big thing is like FaceTime, and like we keep in touch all day every day. Like we're always texting, always updating each other on each other's lives, and like there's nothing we like don't tell each other. So like obviously just like communication is key, as everyone always says.
I would say keeping something to occupy yourself too, not necessarily like not thinking about it all the time.
Yeah, definitely like having a hobby helps, and like hanging out with other people, even though I hate doing that. Social interaction with other people definitely takes your mind off of it, and then in the meantime I just like count down the days till we see each other next, and it makes it go by pretty fast. Where do we see ourselves in 5 years? I guess like personally in 5 years I hope I have like a job, like a stable job. I hope that we're able to move in together in New York. I just want to be happy, obviously. Like that's the obvious answer, but
I see us just being happy wherever we are. That's my only plan.
SYE Batul asks, what do you guys plan on doing after you both graduate? Like what will your relationship be like, and how is Jake liking Yale / how is his experience there? I think she means like where will our relationship be after we both graduate, and like we just said, like hopefully we'll be living together by then. And how are you liking your experience at Yale?
Yale is a great place if you can somehow manage to keep your mind off the mountains of work that you have to do, and don't try to compete with other people in terms of how much they seem to be accomplishing or how much they present themselves as accomplishing. There's a lot of great things to do. It's very easy to get swamped and sort of stressed out and overwhelmed with the amount of work and sort of like extracurricular obligations, if that makes any sense. But if you can find your right sort of niche, it's very fun and a very great place to be. So
my friend Grace asked, what do we do when we get annoyed with each other? But like she didn't mean like what annoys each other about each other, but like how do we deal with it?
I think just talk it out.
Yeah, we just talk it out immediately. There's never anything that we let slide.
We don't really ever argue per se. I mean,
yeah.
We do sort of, but like
we don't like get in fights.
Yeah.
So when we get annoyed with each other, all we do is like talk it out quickly and like move on from it. And then it never becomes anything bigger than that. So like I definitely suggest doing that. One of my subscribers, Emma, asks, what's your favorite aspect of your relationship?
I think it's a very comfortable relationship. I know that's sort of like, you would expect every relationship to be comfortable, but it's sort of like, I mean, sort of going back to the point of just talking things out easily and not fighting. It's not a relationship that ever stresses me out.
Yeah, not at all. I would say like my favorite aspect is that just like we act like best friends most of the time. We're not like a problematic couple. Like we've never gotten in like a big fight to the point where we like considered splitting up. Like it was never like that. So I think we're just very chill, and that's what I like about it. I like that we're able to just like float through and just enjoy it, you know what I mean? My friend Christy asked, how do you convince him to take you on vegan dates? Asking for a friend.
I haven't.
He doesn't.
I mean, it's been very recent since you've been vegan.
Yeah,
though,
I have
to be
only
fair.
been vegan for like 3 weeks, but I've been vegetarian for like 6 months.
We don't even also have the money to go on dates anyway.
Yeah,
so.
we honestly rarely go on dates because we just like don't have the money, and we'd both rather be like sitting at home anyway. So that's my answer, Christy. I'm sorry to disappoint. Kashika with 3 A's on Snapchat asked, what are you both studying and how far away do you live from each other? I'm studying advertising, marketing, communications, which you guys probably already know, and he just said that he's now studying history, and we live 2 hours away by train, or by driving, but we take the train because we don't have cars, so it's not bad. Damu12 said, who takes forever to decide what to eat?
Oh my god. 100% you. That's not even a question.
Just, you gotta be in the mood for what you're gonna eat, like, and I can never tell what mood I'm in, so. My friend Jake Hall asked, which of each other's accomplishments are you most proud of?
I would say doing YouTube and doing it well, because it's something that I know is challenging.
Yeah, I would say for him, the fact that he like now raps like in public and stuff, or like just raps at all. Like him and his friends have like a freestyle collective where they like freestyle together, and like that's just something I would never expect him to do because we're both shy, like I've been saying the whole time. So it's very different to see him doing it, but I'm proud that he does it.
Shout out the Freestyle Club.
Someone named M on Snapchat asked, how did your boyfriend find out / react to your YouTube, and how did you find out / react to his making music? Well, I started YouTube while we were dating, so he knew like right away. Like I just was talking to him about it for a long time. I was like, I want to do YouTube, but I'm scared. And then like finally, like in August 2016, I just started it, and he was supportive. So
Yes.
that's the story of that.
Okay, so I don't really make music yet, but basically I had a class about hip hop, and one of the students, shout out Vince, decided to start a freestyle sort of club, and I went to the first cypher, which was very nerve-wracking for me, but it went well, and I think you were very supportive.
Yeah, and surprised, as I also
Yes.
said. Princess McCoy 13 asked, me and this guy are trying to break the news that we're a thing to my parents, but my parents are super protective and strict. Advice from both sides. I don't know how good he's gonna be with this advice, but I don't really know how it feels to have like really strict parents. But I think like the best thing in any situation is to just like sit them down and be like, I know you guys might have a hard time accepting this, but like I'm dating someone, and like you can meet him and like talk to him, and like I would just like for you guys to like accept this so I can be happy or something like that. Because like if you like let it slide for too long without telling them, it's just gonna get worse, and they're gonna be like, why was she going behind my back without telling me? And like you could explain to them that you didn't feel comfortable telling them, and maybe they'll like feel kind of bad. That's all the advice I can give you, because I don't really have strict parents, and neither does he. So
Not at all.
I would just say talk to them seriously and try not to like be too defiant, or like don't like act like angry about it. My friend Shannon Lee asks, what is each other's weirdest habit? He like compulsively fixes wrinkles and stuff. He doesn't like me to put like wet towels or like my wet hair on like anything he owns.
Yours, definitely, like I can't put anything on your bed whatsoever if it's touch the outside world.
Yeah, I can't have like germy items. We have a blanket sitting on my bed right now because I will not let him sit in his outside clothes on my bed. So that describes that. So as our last few questions, we have a few questions from Jake's family. So Jake's stepmom Stephanie asked, 1, who's funnier?
Oh, 100% me. Definitely
I'm never
is.
gonna do that, so we're just gonna
100%.
skip that question. 2, if you could change one thing about each other, what would it be?
You decide where to eat quicker. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know if I would really change anything about you.
I was hoping you would say that.
Our relationships, have things where like we get on each other's nerves, but that adds character. So I don't want to like.
No,
wanna put
I
one of those
wouldn't
corny,
change
perfect relationships.
anything about him, just because like there are things that annoy me about him, but like I wouldn't want to risk taking that away and like him being a different person. And 3, what are your favorite desserts?
It's a tough question. I like a lot of desserts.
Yeah, I love dessert. My number 1 is chocolate lava cake, although I do have to find like a vegan option for that now. I love apple pie. I love donuts.
Donuts are good.
And we both love those like little cookies that have like sprinkles on them.
Probably blueberry buckle.
Oh, I
by my
love
grandma.
anything with blueberries in it. I love too, like blueberry muffins, blueberry buckle. So his Aunt Lene asked, Who was more talkative in the beginning? Because you both seemed like you'd be really shy and quiet at first. That's a really good question, and it was definitely me. He was so quiet for like the first like 3 months, and it was so hard to get anything out of him. Like, I don't even know like why we were dating, because he wouldn't even talk to me. But after a while, he warmed up to me.
A little bit of an exaggeration.
No, like I would try to have conversations with you, and you would just say yeah, and not like move on with the conversation.
Shout out to the Earharts. Miss you guys.
We miss you. She also asked, what was your favorite date or favorite place you've been together?
Senior trip was good, but that wasn't like a place
it wasn't like
together.
a date, but we were like in Disney together, so that was really fun. We don't really do anything except like go out to dinner, so it's hard to like pick one that was like our favorite. Jake's grandmom asked, what has changed since you first started dating? I think this is a good question. It's definitely just like more mature, like our relationship, and like it's not all like puppy love and like cliche stuff, which I do miss sometimes, but like other times I'm glad that like we're more mature now, because like there's like different things that come with that you didn't have before. Like it's just more mature. Like I don't know how to really describe it. We have like more of like a best friend relationship now than like strictly like boyfriend and girlfriend. Jake's dad asked who's the better driver, and it's definitely me.
No, it's 100% me. It totally is.
What? I'm not a bad driver.
I'm not a bad driver either.
But he's like very like erratic when he drives.
I'm not erratic.
Like he.
I'm daring.
But he's very like he brakes very sharply.
That's not even true. I feel like you brake sharper than I do.
That's because my brake is sensitive.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
it's me.
So it's me. Does Mia have road rage?
Yes, 100%. Yes.
Do you guys use profanity a lot?
Oh, I do.
I do.
Yeah, we do.
Did Mia have any influence on these short shorts Jake wears?
I would say yes.
I kind of peer pressure him into like shortening his shorts over time, but like obviously if he wasn't into it, he wouldn't wear it. So it's not like totally like my doing.
I also think you just like assured me that it's okay to like wear things that other people don't really wear, you know what I mean? So
that's nice.
Encouraging me to step out of my comfort zone a little bit.
Yes. Did you ever notice Jake touches his nose every 2 minutes? Yes, and I think it's way more often than every 2 minutes. I think it's like every 30 seconds.
I don't touch my nose that much.
It's always itchy, and you're always itching it. Has either one of you ever caught the other in a lie? No.
We don't really lie. I mean,
we don't lie to each other.
What's there to lie about?
So no.
Unlike him, I guess he's been lying.
And finally, which is cuter, puppies or kids?
If I had to pick...
He hates animals.
I would say kids.
Wow.
I know, surprise answer, right?
Yeah. You know, I can't pick because I love them both so much equally. And I want one of each. I actually want like 5 of each, but... so that was all of our questions. So thanks for watching this really long video, and send love to Jake for being here even though he hates it. But I hope you guys liked watching this, and I'll see you in my next video.